Hey, I'm Heyzeus, and this video is going to be looking at the most insane trade-up contract anyone has pulled off in the history of the game. It's been a long time since we've seen something like this. Not many people try this trade-up anymore, but someone allegedly has pulled it off. So we're going to be having a look at what's going on. Now, this video is sponsored by Skinport, the easy-to-use skins marketplace where you can sell your skins for real cash. Skinport has a huge range of skins that you can buy at massive discounts compared to the Steam market, all pretty much at the click of a button. There is no need to deposit first or anything like that, just pick the skin you want and straight up buy. You can also check it out in 4K using the site's inspect feature for good measure, so you know exactly what you're getting before you buy it. Great site, recommend checking it out, link is in the description. So, you've probably heard of a skin called the Scar pattern. It's a special version of the AK case harden that has a 661 pattern, an absolutely legendary skin worth an absolute fortune. But unfortunately, it also doesn't exist in the StatTrak factory new condition, which is a shame because if it did, it would probably be the most valuable skin in the world. Now, recently, there was a tweet that announced that someone had managed to get a StatTrak factory new skin with a 661 float from a trade up for the AK. Unfortunately though, it was the wrong skin. It was the Desert Eagle Hypnotic, the bait skin that ruins 50% of these trade ups. Now, this would be a massive tragedy if it wasn't for one small detail, and that is that this whole tweet is actually some fine quality bait. Here is a skin shown in the picture, and I don't know about you, but the inventory history is telling me that this thing wasn't traded up for yesterday. Now, I don't mind a bit of good bait, as long as I'm not the guy who bites on it anyway, but the moral of the story is that these things are hard to get. Even in the best case scenario, you're only going to have a 1 in 2,000 chance of pulling it off. And given each attempt costs at least $700, most people are not going to be getting one, unless they're an anomaly. In fact, it's been ages since a story of someone getting one of these things last broke, which is a big deal too, since the skin has basically quadrupled in price since the start of the year. Getting one of these things now would be completely insane. But as I said, it's been ages since it's happened. Or at least it was, until yesterday. Yep, that's right, it seems like a Chinese guy has just managed to trade up for one of these things, and although it's not StatTrak, it is factory new, which means he's looking at as much as $150,000. But is it real? I mean, it's not the first hoax we've seen so far, so let's find out if this thing is the real deal. Well, first of all, the skin does not show up on float.db. We're looking for a skin with a 0.062 float, and it is not there. And that tells us that at least they're not pretending that an old skin is new, like that Hypnotic. But is there any other evidence? Well, yes, there is actually. If you look at the original Chinese chat threads that this stuff is taken from, there is a bunch of evidence, including this, a link to an item profile on Buff. In fact, we can even inspect the skin in 3D using Buff's features. And when you put these two things together, a profile on Buff that you can't fake, and the fact that it's too new to be on a database like float.db, it pretty much confirms that this trade up is real. Now, there's two other interesting things to take away from this trade up. Firstly, looking at this image, we can see there were only 3 skins from the AK's collection in the trade up, and this meant his chances of getting the AK already weren't very good, and his chances of getting the Scar pattern were literally 1 in 4,300. Secondly, although we don't know exactly who it was that did the trade up, according to the guy who originally reported it, the person who got it is apparently a new player, so they're probably going to end up getting sharked. But still, a 1 in 4,300 chance and a $150,000 profit. That is definitely the most profitable trade up in CSGO history. In fact, the only thing that's missing is video of it, so I guess I'll have to try and make some myself. Yeah, it could be worse, I'll take it. Anyway, that is pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your guts. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.